Okay guys, welcome back again. I'm Olajuwon by name. Welcome to another section. So today we want to look at something simple, like something interesting like travel and tour flyer. So click on this background, then let's select the background I want to make use of is from my gallery. I have it downloaded, so I'll just click from gallery. So I'll make this background and the materials used available for our download and for our own practice. So here, this is the background that I want to make use of, but I want to pick a section from this background. So I'll click on rotate. Now it has rotated once, so I'll click on 1 to 1, then reduce the size of this to something like, let's say something like this. You can see the size that I'm making use of up here, 341, 341. That's the size, and picking it here. Okay, so I have my background like this. The next thing that I'm going to do now is to come back here, then click on shape. Let's create a rectangular shape, like a square shape like this. Just okay that. Now let's increase the size to something like, let me give us a specific size. Okay, this is 63. I don't want it. Okay, let's make it like this. Okay, let's make use of 62 by 62. You can see the size is okay that, and come to your relative positioning, position it properly, just like this. Good. Now the next thing you're going to do is color. Enable the color, then let's go for black color. But now we are going to click on the plus sign. Let's get something like this color. Okay that. Now you can see this color is not completely black, a little bit close to it, but it's not totally black. You can see that. Okay, good. Now the next thing that I'm going to do now is, let's start spicing up this design. Let me pick up something like, okay, let's say this. Okay, this, and just position it somewhere. Let me crop it out. Okay, just like this. Okay, increase the size of this, position it somewhere here. I want this to serve as a guide to one of my designs. So position this here. Let's make it a white color. Enable the color, make it a white color. Now let's reduce the opacity to, let's say, something like this. Okay, you can see this. This is good. Now let me click on layer here, then you lock these two items. Now let's add text. Since it's a Dubai destination travel and tour, click on text. Let's type in Dubai. Okay, make it a capital letter. Okay that, and just bring it here. Enable, increase the size like this. Now let's just give it a temporary color of, let's give it a white color. Okay, now let's go to font and select a font for it. This font, now I'll come under my font. Let me just find something under my font I can use as Sriata. Okay, let me make use of this omega. Okay that. Now let me increase the size. I want it to be big this much. So position it very close to the edge like this. Okay, now let's give it a color. So I'll come to texture. Now the permanent color that I want to give to it is texture. Enable texture. Let me search for, here is what I want to make use of as a texture. Just enable this like this. Okay, that I don't like it. Let me reselect it. Okay, let's bring this up like this. Okay, just select a portion of it like this. Good, I like this one. Now you can see how it is. The next thing that I'm going to do is I want to add an airplane to it. Let me search for plane. Okay, I have them here. Let me select one of these. Okay, just okay that and bring this in. Just reduce the size to something like this. I want to rotate it. You can see the rotation pattern. Okay, I want the wings to be right underneath the letter B. Just like that. Okay, you can use positioning to move it. Move it to the last move, then move it up a little. Good. Now you can see this. The A is showing, the B is showing, but the wings is right under the B. Okay, now having done this, the next thing that I'm going to do now is let's type in the information that we are making use of, the information that we are passing across. Click on text, did this, edit it. Now just type in whatever you are going to make use of, or whatever the client has given to you. So I have some that I've copied here just like this. I'll just okay that. There it is. Just okay it. Okay, this is the information. Let's say this is the information given to me. Okay, let's change the color of this to color white so as we can see it. Okay, good. Let's reduce the size. Reduce the size. Okay, now you come to spacing, that's line spacing. You just space it. You can space it this much. Okay, I'm making use of 6 here, so you can make use of that too. Now let me go and unlock this Dubai tower that I have here. So I'll just unlock it so as I can set that one properly to something like this. Be careful so as one of the edges will not move out. Just like this. Now let me just duplicate it again. Duplicate. And now crop it. Now this time around I want to pick this other side. Just like this. Okay it. Bring it down here. Bring it down to this other side. Just like this. Position it properly also. Now let's check the opacity. Let me reduce the opacity to something like this. 30. Let me reduce the opacity of this one also to 30. Let's make this one. Okay, 44. 30, 44, that's the opacity that I'm making use of. Now, having done this, let's reposition this like this. And you can see that, okay, this is good. Now, the next thing that I'm just going to do now is let's add some fancy image to beautify this design. Okay, let's say we are making use of this. Make it a circle 1 to 1 and pick a very good portion. Okay, reduce the size. Let me reduce the size this much. Now let's check for the, let's say I'm making use of 19. Okay. Come to, if you have a colored picture, you can come to color filter and just drag the saturation back. It will become absolute black and white. So you position it properly. You can pick 3 other images and add to it. So I'll just duplicate this, duplicate it, which is me selecting another image. Duplicate it again, position it here. You can see these ones are bigger, so you have to reduce the size. Let's reduce it to 17. Okay. I'll just delete those. Duplicating this one. Position this here. Position this here. Now to get your alignment properly, you can make use of grid. Click on grid like this. Position this like this. Like this. You can see how everything is coming together. But what you are going to make use of are 3 different pictures. 3 different destination pictures like this. All can be of Dubai. Fancy places in Dubai. You just align it like this. That's showcase, giving them a mental picture of what you're trying to showcase. So now having done this, let's remove this grid. Let's add 1 or 2 things. Let's say other informations. Okay, create a shape. Let's give it a radius of 40. Okay. Reduce the size. Rotate it a little like this. Then bring it here. You can see this. Don't allow it to cover the Dubai Tower. You can reduce it further. Okay, but ensure the Dubai Tower is still showing. Just like this. And let's give it the same texture that we use as the coloring. Okay, just like this. So you position it properly. Now let's say you have any other, let's add them. Let's say price tag now. Text. Let's say single 950k, 950. Okay, that. Can reduce the size. So you position it properly also. Okay. Now let's make it a color. Let's make it, you can make it the same color that you are making use of, just like this. But now you come to style. Now this 950k, which is the price tag, you can make it bold so as it can be seen properly. Good. Now just duplicate that. Let's say duplicate this, bring it down right underneath this one, then you just edit it. Now let's say couple. Let's say couple. Now the price tag should be like, let's say, okay, with a discount, let's say 1 point, let's say 1.7, just like this, 1.7 million. Okay, that, and just bring it down here. But to make this interesting, you can make use of alignment, just align it to the center so as it can be properly. Then the other one to align it to the center and set it properly, just like this. That's the price tag. Now the next thing we are going to do is let's add some shadow to this design. Let me go and pick up a shadow from my okay. This is not the shadow that I want to make use of, but let me just show us how we can do this. It can just be something like this. Spread it properly to get to both ends like this. Now just send this to the back, like come here and just send it to the back. Now you can see the reflection. You can see the reflection. Okay, this is good. You can do the same thing for any other shadow that you have. It's not a must that you make use of this one. You can make use of any other one. Now the next thing now is just to add maybe some other informations, but for this text let me do something. Just click on, let's say, style. Let's click on style, then select this package includes, make it bold. You can see the difference. Okay, that come down and let's add some kind of timing to this by adding text. Edit it. Let's say the date of this, the date is, let's say, from the 12th of February 12th to, let's say, 15th of February. So it's more like a Valentine package. So you can take your girlfriends, your wife to Dubai and have fun, all in the mood of showing love. So you can reduce the size of this back, bring it down to something like this, give it a color. You can make use of complete black color or the same color that you have been making use of, but this time around you come to styling, also make it bold because this is very important, and place it here. The next thing is, let's say, text now for inquiries. Call. Okay, let's reduce the size of this. Can make that one to also completely black. Let's reduce the size. I want it to be like size 15. I want it for inquiries. Okay, can duplicate this, duplicate it, and then add the phone number or the email where you want them to inquire more. Let's say +234 8. Okay, let's say this is the phone number. Okay, that, and just bring it down underneath, back, underneath this one. Use positioning to position it properly. Okay, just like this. Then you can center it. Just center it properly, just like that. Okay, let's say you have a logo or anything at all that can serve as a logo. Something that I just have downloaded that fits into what I'm really designing. This is just for advert. It's not like I'm doing this for this company, or this is, no, it's just a video tutorial to help make your designing skills better. So I'll just position this here. Now let's say I want to add something like, let's say, okay, anticipate. Anticipation. Okay, let's make it a capital letter. Bring it down reduce the size to, let's say, 15 or so, and come to alignment and spacing. Come to spacing, just make it a 100 spacing, 100%. Then you place this right above here. Relative positioning, center it properly, just like this. You can see how we've made a very beautiful design. Now let's add something to this. Click on any of the text, duplicate it, edit it. Let's say trip 2. Let's say trip 2 now. Let's make it a capital letter and just bring it back. Just bring it right above here. Let's give it the same texture color. Okay, let's get the same portion, something like this. Okay, now trip 2. Okay, and position it properly also. I just position it to something like this. Just like that. You can see how this beautiful design has come together piece by piece. And yeah, if this was really helpful, kindly like and subscribe to the channel to get notified whenever I'm posting more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.